Hey guys, it's a rainy day today, and so our book for this week, or this Sunday, is Thunder Cake by Patricia Polacco. One sultry summer day at my grandmother's farm in Michigan, the air gets damp and heavy. Storm clouds drift low over the fields and birds fly close to the ground. The clouds glow from the instant with sharp, crackling lightning and then a roar, low, tumbling sound of thunder that makes the windows shudder in their panes. The sound used to scare me when I was little. I loved to go to my grandmother's house, Babushka as we used to call my grandma, as she had come from Russia years ago. When I feared Michigan's summer storms, I feared the sound of the thunder more than anything. I always hid under the bed when the storm moved near the farmhouse. This is the story of how my grandma, my babushka, helped me overcome my fear of thunderstorms. Grandma looked at the horizon, drew a deep breath and said, "This is thunder cake baking weather, all right. Looks like a storm is coming to me." "Child, you come out from under that bed. It's only thunder you're hearing," my grandma said. See your little feet? The air was hot, heavy, and damp. A loud clap of thunder shook the house, rattling the windows, and it made me grab her close. "Steady, child," she cooed. "Unless you let go of me, we won't be able to make a thunder cake today." "Thunder cake," I stammered as I hugged her even closer. "Don't pay attention to that old thunder, except to see how close the storm is getting. When you see the lightning, start counting real slow. When you hear the thunder, stop counting. That's the number of how many miles away the storm is. Understand?" she asked. "We need to know how far away the storm is so we'll have time to make the cake and get it into the oven before the storm comes, or it won't be real thunder cake." Her eyes surveyed the black clouds in the far-off distance. Then she strode into the kitchen. Her worn hands pulled a thick book from the shelf above the wood stove. "Let's find that recipe, child," she crowed, as her loving fingers studied a grease-stained page and creased the spot. "Here it is, thunder cake." She carefully pinned the ingredients on a piece of notepaper. "Now let's gather all that we'll need," she exclaimed as she scurried toward the back door. We were at the barn door when a huge bolt of lightning flashed, and I started counting like my grandma told me to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then the thunder roared. 10 miles away! It's 10 miles away! Grandma looked at me. "That's about an hour away, I'd say. You'll have to hurry, child. Gather them eggs careful like," she said. Eggs from mean old Nellie Petkin. I was scared, and I knew she would try and peck me. "I'm here. I won't hurt you. Just get them eggs," Grandma said softly. The lightning flashed again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I counted. 9 miles, Grandma reminded me. Milk was next. Milk from old Kit Cow. As Grandma milked her, Kit Cow turned and looked mean right at me. I was scared, so I looked big. Zip went the lightning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I counted. Boom went the thunder. 8 miles, child, Grandma cooed. Now let's get chocolate, sugar, and flour from the dry shed. I was scared as we walked down the path from the farmhouse to the tangleweed shed to where the dry shed was. Suddenly, the lightning split the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I counted. Ba-boom! Crashed the thunder. It scared me a lot, but I kept walking with Grandma. Another jagged edge of lightning crashed and flashed as I crept toward the dry shed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I counted. Crackle, crackle, boom, kaboom! The thunder bellowed. It was dark and I was scared. I'm here, child, Grandma said softly from the doorway. Hurry now, we haven't got much time. We've got everything but the secret ingredient. 3 overripe tomatoes and some strawberries, Grandma whispered, and she squinted at the list. I climbed up high on the trellis. The ground looked way down, and I was scared. I'm here, child, she said. You won't fall. I reached 3 tomatoes while she picked strawberries. Lightning again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I counted. Kaboom! The thunder growled. We hurried back to the house in the warm kitchen and we measured all the ingredients. I poured them into the mixing bowl my Grandma mixed. I churned butter for the frosting and melted chocolate. Finally, we poured the batter into the cake pans and put them in the oven together. Lightning lit the kitchen. I only counted 3 and the thunder rumbled and crashed. 3 miles away, Grandma said, and the cake is in the oven. We made it. We'll have real thunder cake. As we waited for the cake, Grandma looked out the window for a long time. Why are you afraid of thunder? You're too brave, she said, looking at me. I'm not brave, Grandma. I was under the bed, remember? But you got out from under it, she answered. And you got eggs from mean old Nellie Peck Hen. You got milk from old Kit Cow. You went through the tangled woods to the dry shed, climbed the trellis in that barnyard. From where I sit, only a very brave person could have done all those things. I thought as the storm rumbled closer. She was right. I was brave. Brave people can't be afraid of sounds, child, she said as she spread the tablecloth to set the table. When we were done, we hurried from the kitchen to take the cake out of the oven. After the cake was cooled, we frosted it. Just then the lightning flashed. This time it lit the whole sky. Even before the flash had faded, the thunder roared and boomed and crashed and boom just above us. The storm was here. Perfect, Grandma cooed. Just perfect. She beamed as she added the last strawberry to the glistening chocolate frosting on the top of the thunder cake. The rain poured down our roof as Grandma cut a wedge for each of us. She poured steaming cups of tea, and then the thunder roared above us so hard that it shook the windows and rattled the dishes in the cupboards. And we just smiled and ate our thunder cake. And from that time on, I never feared the voice of thunder again. The end. There's a picture of her and her grandma dancing or talking right before the thunder cake. And here is a recipe for thunder cake. My grandma. Very cool. I think I need some thunder cake on a rainy day like today. It would be very good, wouldn't it? Hope you have a good night, and I will see you later. Bye.